Artists learn their craft through rigorous training. Musicians learn to play through a similar process. Writers, seamstresses, and chefs do as well. Mathematicians are no different. In math class, we are learning through rigorous processes. The rigorous process of learning mathematics alters brain pathways and works in our subconscious. When we use math in the real world, it is often not as rigorous. Much in the same way that artists are constantly drawing. Not the act of drawing, but the process of drawing. This process is built into rigorously training their eyes to detect negative space, contours, gestures, shape, composition, and more. The rigor helps provide the training until the subconscious neural pathways are established. With each rigorous analysis, those pathways get stronger. Some call this memory. I think there is a difference between memorizing and rigorously training these pathways. Distinguishing between the two is a matter of attempting each path. Memorizing is repeatedly guessing at the answer. Rigorous training is repeatedly carrying out the calculation. Here's an example. 2 plus 2 equals 4 is memorization, whereas rigorous training is 2 plus 2 is counting up by 2. Six times 12 is 72 is memorization. Training looks like this. 6 times 12 is adding 12 to itself 6 times. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. Counting up by 12 from 12 is 24, which changes it to 24 plus 24 plus 24. 24, 34, 44, that's 20, so 4 more would be 48. 48 plus 24, we have 48, 58, 68, which is 20, and 4 is 72. We arrive at the same answer, but the second one includes a process to back up the conclusion. The pathways established by the rigorously trained subconscious is how we can find ways to use mathematics in our everyday life. This is where we can find processes that look or feel similar. Even more important is to recognize that when the brain has been trained, the subconscious is going to leverage the pathway regardless of our knowledge. We see this effect within counting. In modern math education, we learn to count at a young age. This trained subconscious works in the background, allowing us to count without even realizing it. It's not as accurate as counting with intention, but a lot of things in life do not need this level of rigor. Rhythms prove this idea. If counting to 3 required more rigor, it would distract from the rhythm itself, making it unlikely to be used when communicating rhythms. To help facilitate the point, try to imagine if counting looked like solving for z in a system of equations. Y equals 3x plus z, z equals 4x plus 5z minus 10y. Yikes! Instead of dancing, we would spend our time discussing the process of breaking this down step by step. We just want to dance. There's no need to complicate the process. The point is that after that first rigorous training process, we don't need to think about counting majority of the time. It's a background process. And that is how it is used. As kids, counting to 10 was likely challenging, and we've trained our subconscious to count to 10 with little thought. What this means for us is that most of the math we do in our lives will go unnoticed. It will show up in a solution discovered while playing a video game, or a connection made between the beginning and end of a book. or a new rhythm discovered that we cannot quite describe why it sounds so perfect. Mathematics is quietly working in our subconscious, helping us make sense of activities we do on a regular basis. I believe this is built into every human's brain. Spending time advancing our mathematical understanding provides improvements in making connections we simply wouldn't make otherwise. It's like a monitor in our subconscious brain that allows us to challenge thoughts when necessary and build new pathways to refine our intuition. Said differently, we cannot comprehend addition without first learning counting. Counting is a unique process that can be built on. Without the basic foundational idea, we simply could not understand anything for which counting is foundational. Similarly, mathematics is a foundational element of learning, because it provides the comprehension for patterns we simply couldn't comprehend otherwise. Much like addition requires counting to understand, that translates to learning new skills faster and more efficiently because we can test our understanding more rapidly and provide new insights for adapting. It's not perfect because the subconscious is not perfect. To improve, we simply increase the level of rigor involved in training the subconscious, just like artists do with training their hand-eye coordination, musicians with rhythms, scales, or arpeggios, as well as chefs, sewers, crafters, or any rigorous field of study. Studying math assists in progressing through any human topic because it is part of human subconscious. We will all do it subconsciously, regardless of the level of rigorous training included. This means you are good at math, regardless of what the test says. Tests do not measure ability to comprehend. They are an attempt to measure what you know at that precise moment. Our brains are elastic and can learn. A low score on a test indicates a place of potential improvement. That's all. It does not say anything about your capacity or ability. It is purely there to provide insights into misunderstandings of the subconscious. Just remember, rigorously doing the calculations, even when they are long, is the best way to ensure you are training pathways. Trust that you will recognize patterns and therefore get faster. You've got this. You are amazingly intelligent. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise.